Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Ian Cox of Brighton Boys Cross Country. How's it going?
It's going great. How are you doing?
Doing well. So, good start to the season from you guys. What has it been like to just to get the start of the season that you guys have had?
So it's great. We've been working real hard the whole summer, doing all the little things that we talk about, trying to get our sleep right, our nutrition right, and the big focus this summer has been trying to group up, pack together, and use each other a little bit. It's
Absolutely.
working out. So
Yeah. Okay. So, what are some of the biggest things that you worked on, this off season trying to get ready for the year?
So for me personally, it was I had a stress fracture last season in my third metatarsal, and I just needed to make sure I was keeping my feet strong while also building up the volume so that I don't re-injure myself this season. And we're trying to focus that with the training to make sure that I'm still getting the benefit of that, but I'm not risking another stress fracture.
Yeah. So you really just coming into, this year, obviously this is a pretty big year, and a lot of people,
Yep.
yeah, got you guys near the top. Another chance to possibly win states again. I talked to some of your teammates earlier in the year, and they kind of talked about being more in the pack and all that stuff. What's that been like? Just to kind of be in there and just kind of what's it been like to run more in packs and stuff?
It's been great. So we try to focus that in every single workout. And I mean, we even had a workout today where if we have a guy falling off, we try to even mid rep sometimes we yell at him to try to get him back up there. The guys who are feeling good on that day, our philosophy is that the guys that are feeling good can help out the guys who are not feeling as good, so that we all end up finishing together, and it really helps in the meets with the points.
Absolutely. So, going into this year, I know that it's it's your senior year, coming off a pretty good meet at the Mustang Invite. How do you think that went for you guys? I know a lot of guys did pretty well. I know obviously, everyone's talking about how good Luke did, but what are some of the things how do you feel like that race went for you?
So for me personally, I didn't get to race at Pinckney because band camp. So for me personally, it was a big race, nice meet. We got a lot of good competition with Pioneer and Northville. So it was all about trying to see where I'm at on the day, and it worked out pretty well. I'll take the 17-18 that I ran. I think I can do better, but I'll take it. For the team, our plan had been like all of the workouts the whole summer. We were going to pack up, but we didn't execute as well as we could have. I feel we went out in the first 200 meters, and there was a group out with the top that was not as fast as like the top guys are, and they started falling back, and some of our guys fell back with them, and we needed to just communicate better so that we can bring ourselves all up and then actually pack up after that first little bit of the race where everyone's trying to fight it out for position. And if we can do that, we can do much better as a team.
Yeah. Okay. So I know that I know this is a pretty busy fall for you, because traditionally, I know a lot of cross country runners in the past have also, like yourself, have been involved in band and stuff and all that. What is that like, trying to balance a lot of things, and plus also with school starting on Tuesday, so tomorrow is going to be a pretty busy day for you. How do you balance all that and just balancing, being part of a sport, being part of the program, being part of the band program and all that? How do you balance all that?
So for me, I have fun in all the things that I'm doing, right? Whether that's band or cross or even some of my classes, I have a blast in. So for me, it's like I can have fun all the time, and I never really get burnt out from it, which is how I balance it out. It just is like if I'm go all the time, at least it's like fun with that go. So
Yeah.
it is a ton of stuff that I'm going to be doing, and like some of those Saturday meets after Friday football games are tough, but I'll make the best of it.
All right. I must ask, what instrument do you play?
In band, I am a trumpet for marching band.
Nice,
So,
nice.
yeah.
Okay, so go the rest, you got some big meets coming up. You got Averill, of course, everybody knows about that big
Yep.
Spartan race, coming up in a few weeks. What are some of what do you feel like you guys need to do in those big races to kind of help you get to where you need to go, to get ready for, for regionals, and of course, that big race up at MIS?
Yeah, so for those races, we need to work on what we did wrong in Mustang. So Mustang, well, like I said, after that first 400, we weren't really packed up, and while our times ended up finishing near each other, we weren't using each other the whole race. And we need to try to make those guys who are having a good day help out those guys who are having a bad day. And if we can do that and start working on that now, it's going to be much easier in a crowded race like MIS to execute that, where we're going to have a pack. While Luke and Ty might be ahead of us a little bit, we're going to have that 3 through 7 at MIS trying to use each other the whole way, and that's going to be big.
Yeah. Okay, I must ask this. What are you okay, so do you I know traditionally runners like to eat a lot of, carbs before a race.
Yeah.
Are you a pasta guy?
I am a pasta guy, actually. Before
Nice.
Mustang, I went out to dinner and I got a chicken fettuccine Alfredo and
Nice, man.
ton of calories, all the pasta. I love pasta before a race. So,
Okay.
yep.
You ever go to, I know a lot of people traditionally go to Gus's or something. Is that something that's up there? Can get some breadsticks or something like that?
So I'll do that sometimes. I did that before a race and track and it worked out well for me. But for the most part, it's just I do pasta the night before, either whether that's from like Olive Garden or whether that I make it.
Olive Garden's
Sometimes
good.
I'll make it, sometimes I go out. So yeah. Yep.
Okay, so let's ask this: or how do you mentally prepare for a race? Because I know everybody's so different when they do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for me, the mental preparations start before the actual race day. I try to like visualize it before I go to sleep. And I don't just think about one race. I'll be like, so this is what's gonna happen to me if the pack goes out really fast or kind of in the middle or really slow and what I'm gonna do. And I don't visualize the whole thing, but I'll do about to like the first 800 meters or so, the start, so I can get off. Um, and then when it comes to actual race day, I have a like pretty normal like diet that I follow on those days. I have a liquid IV, which is just like a thing you dump in drinks, and it's better for hydration. And then I'll have sometimes like if it's earlier, peanut butter toast somehow doesn't upset my stomach, so I'll have that. Or I'll like surprisingly, and this is kind of crazy, I'll have goldfish all the time. I don't know why, but goldfish works for me. And then when we get to the actual meet, then it's like I try to stay loose and not take anything too seriously, because I think whenever I start taking things seriously, it just gets in my head and doesn't work. So I always remember that like it's gonna suck, but I'm out here to just like race and compete. That's like what I focus on,
Yeah.
just the competition. Yep.
And is it just like, I know a lot of people are like, are you like a headphones in type of guy, or are you just like, yeah, it's just I don't need that before a race?
No, I'm more of like I'm gonna go out there, have fun, and just any guy that's ahead of me, especially Northville, I'm going after him.
Nice. Yeah, they are the same colors. Obviously, yeah, yeah, of course. Obviously, those two teams are going to be at the top of the trying to get to states, so it'll be something to keep an eye on throughout the year. Let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks.
So, do you have any running superstitions?
I don't know. I feel like when I tie my shoes, if I don't tuck the laces, like the two bunny ears under the actual like laces further down, they're gonna come untied. I'm worried about it. Every like long run I do that, every race I do that. So that's the big one. And then I'm trying to think of any other ones. I don't know. I think that's really it. That's the main one.
Okay.
It's just the laces.
Okay. Let's see. Best high school moment in your cross, or it could be track too.
Mm-hmm. So I remember so far my best race or best moment has been in junior track. I was at Golden Triangle,
Yeah.
and meet was running really late, and I was gonna race the 800, and I was feeling great. that day, even though it was like 11:10 before the line. Um, we got off, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's like 6 out of the top 10 people in the 800 in the state in this race. What am I gonna do?" And I just went out and came through, I think in a 56 for the first lap, and I was like, "That's fast." And I just carried it in for my first ever sub 2, and it was an amazing thing. So that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then last thing is not to put you on the spot, but what is something people do not know about you?
I think a lot of people don't like they'll look at Athletic on it and see last year I ran a 18:48, and last year I had the stress fracture. I was swimming the whole season, so that was last season. I don't think that many people actually know that outside of Brighton.
Interesting. All right. Well, Ian, thanks so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.